A man who's been charged more than 100 times has been arrested again.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Like, share, subscribe, comment. IG TikTok bottom video. I'm just gonna hop right into it. So today we'll be talking about a Joshua Eugene Cole. So Joshua Eugene Cole is a Durham man who is, if I count it, now I ain't gonna say if I count it correctly, but what they're saying is he's facing over 100 pending charges. 100. You heard me, nigga. 100. Wake, Durham, and Chatham counties. And so those charges, I'm gonna say this first. Before I get into anything, just remember everything I'm about to say he did, and just remember this nigga lawyer is absolutely official. I don't know who his lawyer is, but I gotta find out. His lawyer is official, but he has, he's pending charges. This including felony larceny of a motor vehicle, possession of a stolen firearm. Also, they're saying he has stolen property charges, and it's a lot to it. So basically, what they are accusing him of, they're saying one man is linked to more than a dozen stolen cars, gangs, and hundreds of thousands of dollars in thefts spanning the triangle and beyond. So basically, they were saying he's running a car theft ring. I don't know exactly if, obviously a car theft ring, it could be, you stealing a car to break it down, or, selling the whole hot. I would probably, think, you know, selling it, breaking it down and selling it is probably what he's doing, or what him and his people doing. Because obviously, if it's a ring, this is a connect, and there's other pieces to the puzzle. So I'm assuming basically he's stealing these cars and giving it to someone to break down the parts, and he's making his money from there. So it doesn't give much details because obviously this is kind of fresh. It doesn't give much details into what exactly all the details of the specific crimes that he did, but it just says for his involvement in a sophisticated burglary and motor vehicle theft scheme for the majority of the last decade. The last decade is crazy. So they said he's actually a very repeat offender of this. They say they became aware of Cole during a 2018 investigation into illegal dirt bikes and associated criminal activity. So this nigga is just a career thief, like basically is what they saying. But the reason why I say it is crazy because police linked him to a vehicle theft ring and tied it back to apartments at Fenton and Cary. That's crazy because I was just there tonight at Sports Social. But them is some nice ass apartments. I get it. So they said he was reported on his release from custody last month after receiving a bond of $3,000. So this is why I said his lawyer is phenomenal. One, he got a bond of $3,000 in. After all this, these 100 pending charges, he was given a $50,000 secured bond, which court records show he posted within a few hours. So obviously, he's, if you don't know how secured bonds work, it's a type of, give you the definition first, is a type of security backed by an asset collateral that provides a safety net for investors in case the issue defaults on their payment. So obviously, if you don't get what that means, he basically had to put something up as collateral. What that was exactly, we don't know at the moment, but we probably won't ever know. But you can do your inferences from there. But yeah, bro, this nigga having 100 charges was wild as hell to me. I couldn't even imagine. So how they end up catching him? The warrant explains that the police use social media, tipsters, and GPS cell phone tracking data to crack the cases. I didn't. It's getting more and more frustrating to think about how these niggas keep getting caught using their phones. Bro, if you are going to do crimes, my nigga, leave your phone at the crib, bro. I get you, my only thing is you don't know how to do it, but it's crazy. So to get a little more specific in what he's done, one, they linked him to multiple thefts of a dirt bikes from a police storage lot. So he's having, I ain't gonna say I ain't gonna say he got it was an inside job or he knows somebody, but he knows somebody, but it's not, I'm not with the police. He knows somebody though. He knows somebody with, I'm feeling like he's a small part of this ring. Obviously he's got to be a little small part of his ring because if they're making him do the dirty work of actually stealing the shit and he's on the lower end of the spectrum, I don't want to know who the fuck is at the top of this ring because They know something. They know something we don't know. So they said, like I said earlier, stealing high-end cars and then reselling them. Oh, this says they were just stealing the cars and reselling them. So this not even saying that they're breaking them down. So that makes it more interesting into who the fuck he knows that is buying these high-end cars for the amounts that they're worth. That somebody, it's somebody, powerful at the top of this motherfucker. Then like I said, they already talked about social media and the gang members and the message threads, but they also said some of the vehicles were used in unsolved drive-by shootings. Now, if you are, as well as burglaries and armed robberies, so obviously, some of these niggas who know they doing crimes gonna take a hot car. But I'm just wondering about these high-end cars. I know niggas ain't in here sliding and buying these high-end cars, high-end cars, and then sliding in them. So that makes me wonder. That's interesting as hell. But if you're not familiar with the city of Durham, that makes sense. Unsolved drive-by shootings. That make a lot of sense. So obviously they searched his home on Loretto Lane last month. They seized facetious license plate, facetious. I know I can't read. A dirt bike, key fobs, and a 3D printer. Obviously the license plate, dirt bike, and key fobs are very explainable. But a 3D printer, he could be doing a lot of shit with that, honestly. But yeah. So the search ultimately led the Durham Police Department to file 4 new felonies: 3 for possessing stolen goods and 1 for possessing a stolen vehicle. They also searched a storage unit co-rented. They said they found stolen guns, ammo, and a stolen Mercedes they initially spotted at Carrie's Fenton apartment. So yeah, this man has, This man, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know who he working for, because he can't be doing all this shit on his own. But one, he gotta get a little smarter with him trying to get away with shit. But I guess he don't give a fuck, because he got the money. Because like I said, he got released on the $3,000 bond. He got a $50,000 secured bond that he posted. Then in Wake County, he received a $250,000 bond that he also posted too. So this nigga, whoever is, got him doing all this shit, they paying him handsome. And either they giving him the money or they paying him handsome, and he's saving it up. But I'm very, very interested to see, the more details coming from under this theft ring. Now, it may not be. He might just take the blame for everything. But 100 charges is crazy, especially if you at the bottom of the ring. And if he's doing the physical thing, he's probably is at the bottom. So it's nice to think somebody won't tell, but let's be honest, 100 charges, even though they're not the craziest charge, 100 pending charges, nigga, this nigga gonna tell. So and he had to do a secure bond, so he got something up his collateral. This nigga gonna tell. I'm just saying it here now, but we'll see when that shit come out. So that's all I gotta say though. Like, share, subscribe, comment. IG tip top on the video, and we up.